this is Jennifer Elizabeth with Perry Piccola's Vlogs, and I am about to go into our local pet store, our local fish store, LFS, and I am going to get some little critters for a project that I'm working on. So once I get them, I will show you what I got. Okay guys, that was a successful trip. They had what I needed, and they actually had some things that I wasn't anticipating getting. So here it is, quick little peek. We are going to be working on a guppy breeding project. I have bred guppies in the past, and I have several different generations of guppies. So they're starting to, I guess that they've been breeding a lot with each other. So what I wanted to do was mix it up with some new colors, some new lines, and just see what we get for babies. So I'm gonna go get these guys upstairs and put them in their tank, and we can see what they look like. So we currently have 8 tanks, yes, 8 fish tanks in the house. And what I'm going to do is put these guys in 2 different tanks to mix them up. And the difference is that I went in there to get feeders, because I always feel bad for the little feeder guppies. I feel like, okay, well, I'm saving their lives, I'm giving them a chance so that somebody doesn't eat them, and they've done great for me in the past. But then look at this guy right here. They had some really gorgeous fancy guppy males and females with different pops of color. So yeah, I am very excited to get these guys in their tank, so let's go do that. Okay, so the guppies are currently acclimating in their new home. I usually float the bag for about 20 minutes so that they can temperature acclimate, and then I open up the bag and add a little bit of water from the tank to the. And normally with feeder guppies, I would not be putting them directly in a tank. This is a quarantine tank, and also I've been purchasing fish from this fish store for about 2 years now, and I haven't had any significant problems. So that's why I feel confident putting them in this tank. But again, this is a quarantine tank, and this is temporary housing, and it's also going to be their breeding tank. So that's why they're going into this tank temporarily. I'll show you once they're fully acclimated and in their new home. Okay, everyone is acclimated, and it is time for them to go in their home. Okay, so it's the next day, and the guppies are acclimated, and here they are. Those are my girls, and that's another girl. Right there is one of my new males, and let me go show you the second tank. This is the second tank, and this one right here is actually one of my feeders, and that's a male. There's one of my other males. He's not sick, he just fights a lot. That's what males like to do when they compete. But so that's why his tail looks like that. But he's absolutely gorgeous. There's the feeder I got again. And there is, let me see if I can get somebody else in queue. There we go. There's another female. This is one of my males that I bred previously. And that's another one of my males that I previously bred. So while we're showing guppies and while we're showing tanks, this is actually one of my grow out male tanks. All of these are from generations of guppies that I have bred previously. So as you can see, they all have different patterns and colors. There's a Molly. And you just never know what you're going to get with guppies. That's why it's fun to mix them up and mix up the colors. And unless you want to do selective breeding. If you want to do selective breeding of just one strain, then just get males and females from that particular strain. Don't mix it up. But if you want to do mixed guppies or muck guppies, whatever you call them, that's when you get all these little fun pops of color and fun patterns. So that's what we like to do. We like to do the mixed breeding here. And yeah, so like I was saying in the beginning of the video, what happens is when you breed them so much, they tend to inbreed, which is just the way they are. They're guppies, they don't know any better. So it's always nice to mix them up with some new friends in there. Put some new friends in there so that way you get some healthy strains, you don't get sterile guppies, you don't get any illnesses, and you get new fun pops of color and patterns. So this is tank number 4, and it's the last one that I'm going to show today, and it is a community tank. I do have platies in here that are also breeding, but I wanted to show you, I have a fancy guppy right there, and then another male right there, and some females. So this is going to be our last breeding tank. The thing about breeding guppies is they can make a lot of babies. A female guppy can have 1 baby, 2 babies, 20 babies, up to 50 or more babies. So if you want to breed guppies, it is a lot of fun and I recommend it. However, you need to be set up and prepared to possibly expand and have a bigger tank or have several tanks. These guppies that are mixed right now, males and females, are temporarily mixed. I leave them together and then I do separate them eventually so that we don't have continuous breeding and end up with 50 tanks in our house. But this is going to be episode 1 of our breeding series for guppies, and I'm going to be giving you updates, and in the next video, which I'm going to post next week, I'll give you an update on the breeding, and I'm going to go over how I condition the guppies for breeding, and then also I'm going to go over what I'm feeding them, and we can see if any females appear pregnant or if we've had any babies from previous breeding. So that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by and for watching it, and please comment, subscribe, and like. And if you've bred guppies or you're interested in breeding guppies, go ahead and drop a comment and let me know. Have a great day, and thanks again. Bye.